Okay. Uh, I think I'm back. Looks like it. Looks like we're live again. We're there. That looks like that's okay. Hopefully the audio is still good here. Come over. What's going on? Oh, you know what? Other issues there with that. This still here. Sounds like we can still get. We're still getting audio. Okay. Well, that was a fun thing. What the heck happened? So it looked like I lost power for just like a brief moment, but I have battery backup. And it didn't kick in for my streaming computer, but it kicked in for my main computer. It's really strange. I'm guessing I was just drawing too much power from the one thing. I don't think I've ever really tested it with all these monitors on it, so that's probably a thing. But thing is, I don't have the monitors connected to the battery backup. I have them connected to just the regular power. And the computer's the only thing connected to the battery backup, but it actually rebooted itself. So I don't know what the freak happened there. But it looks like we're back. Oh, righty then. I'll have to start the recording back up again. I have a feeling hopefully I'll be able to recover some of that recording. I should be able to. I do it as an MKV file, so it'll hopefully be in still in a usable format. That's why I do it, in case we lose power like that. All right then. Well, let's get recording back and let's see what happens here. Let me make sure. I think we're good. I think I got us live on everywhere again. Yeah, looks like it. Oh. Okay. I very briefly had an encoding overload there. Let me see if I can help that out a little bit. Went away. It was there and it's kind of going away again. Good. Something else running here that shouldn't be. Okay to me right now. And I'll have to monitor that. Hopefully minimizing that was all I needed to do. Yeah, so welcome back everybody. I had a power like power loss for a brief moment there, and through all the recording and everything and the stream and everything, the hell I'm back. But I think we're all back. Everything's good. Right where we left off. I didn't, didn't knock out my gaming computer, just the streaming and recording one. So, anywho, doing? Oh yeah, we're rescuing these, or at least figuring out how to get them out of here without too much of an issue. Was another? I have not gone up that way, have I? That's the way. Oh, that's the way I came down. Yeah, because there's those guys walking around up there. I also have to find Dr. Asilia. Here though, was that thing that I didn't climb over? You know what? No. Let's go find ourselves. Go find ourselves Doctor. Walking around on the other side here. I just want to see if I can. I mean, I know these guys are pretty much pushovers, but that way though. Fortunate, because I would like to give them what for. Yeah, I'm still trying to do like a stealth takedown, but look like that's going to be a thing. And I can see that's where you would climb up over there. I guess I could do a stealth takedown, but I think I'm going to get around here in time to do it. That's the fact that they can see me. So, alright. Whatever. Go. Alright. Oh, I'm finally carrying too much weight to sprint after everything I've picked up. But yeah, this did lead down to the same place. Kind of what I thought. Kind of what I thought. Let's go around here. See what we got. And we had more people up there, which is where we actually have to go. Oh, there were people down here too, right? Go up top, and then probably come around and hit those guys from behind, maybe. Five here. Go. We'll look down this other place here. Another way down there if it's just this one way. Like it's just the one way, you gotta go down there to get to them. Alright, I feel like clearing them out because why not? They're all participating in a illegal imprisoning / experimentation shindig, so they ought to all share a similar fate.
It's perfect. We just have to clear the way.
Oh, this is the way for them to get out. I just have to turn that knob there.
mechanism doesn't work. I need to take a closer look.
Repair requires a new cog. Do I have a new cog? I do. There we go. That's open for them to get out. Awesome. But we have a doctor who needs to take our appointment right now. An appointment with justice. That's a lot of dudes. If there was ever any doubt that I would be able to get through here, or any hope that I'd be able to get through here with that stealthily, that was well and truly debunked. Well, these guys just standing here waiting. What do we got here? Key to the experimentation room. Key to secret laboratory cells. 3 of them. Oh, I guess I was supposed to come in here to get the secret keys, but just lockpicked and got them out of there.
These poor people lost their lives only a few hours ago. They could not survive this mutilation.
And they were tyrant. They were cut up like pieces of meat. May the volcano engulf those who did this.
Yeah, at this point it's kind of getting a little bit cliched. Like this is like the first time we've gone into a thing and it's like, oh yeah, no, they're experimenting on people. It's like we're starting to like run across this quite a bit. Dr. Asilia's research documents. These documents contain hundreds of short but precise notes that describe without any emotion the torture and the experiments inflicted upon the native and not captives. A few pages are even illustrated with sketches indicating which body parts were amputated on some of the living subjects to test their resistance, and sectional drawings of the dissected parts of other subjects.
This note carefully describes the sequence of the experiments. There are even sketches. It's hard not to feel sick. This is proof of all the horrors committed here. Asilia has locked himself in his office.
He will not.
I don't have the key.
Well, then we'll just lockpick it.
Afra? What a surprise to see you here. You finally came to your senses.
Master, it's not.
Who is this person?
I am the legate of the merchant congregation, and I'm here to put an end to your crimes.
My crimes? What are you talking about? My work was for the good of humanity. Don't tell me you're crying over some savages. The survival of our species requires sacrifice.
Ask him about his research.
What did you hope to find from all these experiments?
Since the Malachor never reached this island, I wanted to check if these savages were sensitive to it. And I discovered that they were naturally resistant. Do you realize the implications of this discovery? So I tried to isolate this resistance to develop a cure in order to send it to the people on the continent. But I doubt that you will be able to understand the subtlety of such an approach.
This man is a cold-blooded reptile. My brothers and sisters were no more than ants to him.
You are a very beautiful specimen. When I think of the power flowing through your veins. Come on, Afra, my dear student. Will you let these narrow-minded inquisitors decide my fate? Are you not also devoted to science and truth?
Science and truth do not excuse your lack of humanity. I'm ashamed of having been taught by you, and that I didn't warn Burin that you'd gone mad. If I had, we could have prevented all of this.
You disappoint me so much, Afra. A second time. When I think what I wasted trying to teach you science.
We learned everything we wanted to know. This lab will close, and you will answer for everything you've done.
You think so? Guards, capture these people!
There's more guards? I just killed so many people.
Stop! Think of my knowledge. All that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
Stop him.
You will answer for your crimes in court.
But I'll be out soon. My colleagues will understand the importance of my work.
We shall see about that.
Okay. I don't think the Knots will be too impressed with your work, given you... Ooh, blunderbuss. Given that you were, you know, using them as experiments too. I heard Dr. Asilia from another doctor. I did a good job of having the young governor of New Serene and his cousin take the potion you sent me. I was very cautious as ordered. No one else touched it. However, I must admit that I found your request slightly unusual and dangerous. We are allies of the congregation, and I'm afraid that they may not approve of our implication of what could be perceived as a poisoning. I hope that in the future you'll perform this kind of mission by yourself rather than risking the lives of your colleagues.
I can't believe it. Constantine's malachor was caused by Asilia. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
Oh, that's right. They did make us drink something as soon as we got off the boat. Wow. So they... Oh, there's a new cog. To replace the one I just used. So he actually infected Constantine. Oh, man. Well, there was a missing piece. Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, I hope they use that in going after him. Say, hey, you caused the governor of one of your allies to be afflicted with all this nonsense.
Who are you? You have no right to be here.
I have come to free your prisoners and put an end to all the horrors that take place here.
I knew this would happen eventually. This all went too far. Dr. Asilia, he lost his mind a long time ago. But what are you going to do with us?
Arrest you. Then I expect you will be sentenced.
No, please! We only followed the doctor's orders. We tried to stop him, but he is the director of the lab.
You could have reported it to the governor, or left this place.
Exactly.
He threatened to destroy our lives. We could not... Please, don't lock us up.
Oh, no, you're definitely getting locked up.
You can say all of this in court. It's up to them to judge you.
They will want to make an example of us. We'll not see the light again.
You should have thought about that before you helped that monster.
Exactly. But they're gonna make an example of us. Well, yeah, well, they should have walked away. After walked away. Despite what the threatening that he did. Oh, and there's the key to his office. Oh. Well, I was supposed to come here first. Oh well, I had enough lockpicking that it didn't matter. Alright. So leave the laboratory without going to Hickman. That's what we're gonna do. All the prisoners will follow us here. Something up there. There's something up there, isn't there? Yeah, look at this. There has to be, because you can climb this thing. There'd be no other real reason to climb this thing, right? Roy?
Let's go. I found a way out of the city. But be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way.
Oh, I see. So either way would have worked. Okay. Cool. Yep, here we go. You didn't have like the crafting skill or the cog to do it. Alright, we're gonna have to fight some creatures, it sounds like. It's just fine. Oh, bats. Of course. Of course it would be bats. There we go. Up we go. You can climb that. Is this... If I don't climb that, there's going to be more... There's probably more monsters over there. Oh, do I still have my vigor? I have my lockpicking thing on. Oh, I must have put the third point of vigor on, so I was able to do that level 3 thing. I just forgot. It's been a little while. It's been a little while. Yeah, this would have spawned more stuff there, obviously. So we were able to avoid that. Okay. There's more stuff here. Okay. Everything there. Woods. Sweet. Yep, more GreedFall. Hey, Joe. Welcome back.
There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you?
We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadi. You will be safe there. But you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Qua awalem segven.
Awesome. Alright. So now I gotta go back to this governor again and and get pissed off at him again. For like the third time now in a row. I'm carrying too much weight. Sprint. I do see a little battle here though, which would be nice. Some XP. I don't think it'll be enough to get to 35, but it'll be something. Yep. There's more down here too. Let's do it. Why not? This is the opposite way I'm supposed to be going. It didn't give me. I'm just out and about. Don't really give you that much XP at all. Okay. Oh, do I have to... Is this the way I have to go anyway? Oh, this is the way I have to go anyway. Oh, never mind. I am going the right way. Campfire near... I think there's a campfire right outside this outpost, if I remember correctly. We can drop off some of this, loot so I can actually run around a bit. It's gonna be a long walk if I have to walk through the rest of this. Come on. There's one over here. Yep, right over here. See what goodies we got. I picked up a lot of purple stuff, so let's see what's going on here. Something for my torso, maybe? Ooh, Cardinal's ceremonial robe. I can actually wear something for a change. How about them apples? Oh, it's terrible. Oh. No, I really don't want to wear that. I mean, I can, but yeah, no. Balance my... Actually, it has less armor. Less? Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, nope, thanks. No thanks on that. How about... Anything? You know, we still have that Tailor's Keep. Arnold's ceremonial gauntlet. No, there's nothing better than what we got on. Silly gloves. In here. And the blunderbuss, but I don't have any accuracy, so I can't use that. Rusty mace. Nah. Alright, well, we're still stuck with... I mean, I can get all kinds of equipment from my other companions, but man, trying to get equipment for me not work out so well. Put these away. And all that away. some sanity back. Active medal of the monk. I wonder if oh, I think Afra's already wearing stuff. No, everybody's got something except for my one dude, and that was it. Okay, so travel. Good. Out we go. And now we get to yell at this guy again. Probably lose even more reputation with him. There? No. Okay. Before we go talk to this guy.
Oh, Desade, Your Excellency. I wanted to apologize for the sharp way I dismissed you the last time we met. That schemer who claimed to have proof against you never came back. At any rate, I have no doubt she weaved a web of lies. Well, I hope you will not hold
Finally,
it against us.
you're gonna. Oh, there we go. We got my reputation back that they stole away. Wow, it took forever to get that back. Like that was. I had to talk to him like what 20 more times here to get him to finally give me that back that they took away from me unjustly. All right, reveal what was discovered in the laboratory. And now I'll probably lose 2 again.
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured, victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only
there we go.
victims of
That's
these
2.
crimes. There were also a number of Naughts.
Naughts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Yes, we captured him.
Really? Very well. I will ensure that he is judged as quickly as possible. What was done with the prisoners that were being held in the laboratory?
They were freed. The Donea Exregao are satisfied and should call off their attack.
What a relief. Finally, some good news. How can I repay you?
By allowing me to take part in the trial proceedings. What I saw merits justice, and I fear that the accused will find a great many defenders amongst his fellow savants.
It is a rather novel request, but granted. I shall inform the prosecutor. Let us remember that the madness of a man should not cast a shadow upon the greater sum of his work. His research is perhaps our only chance of discovering a remedy. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
No, that's
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
about it.
Farewell, my lady.
Okay, I've got some XP there, and then we can go help the attorney. This ought to be interesting. It's gonna be a slap in the face, like, yeah, no, we're not actually going to put up a good prosecution against them. We're just gonna turn a blind eye to all the people he murdered. Well, I'm surprised they didn't have me go, like, tell the Knots or talk to the natives again. Maybe I was just supposed to go take the initiative and do that, I don't know. Save again.
Hello. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. Governor Burin told me to pay you a visit.
Oh, it is you who arrested Dr. Asili and must help me prepare the trial.
Exactly.
Excellent. We will have lots to do if we want the doctor to pay for his crimes. The accused has a lot of support. Any evidence and testimonies you can gather will be useful.
We'll have no problem gathering witnesses. His laboratory cells were full of them.
We will call them to the witness box, of course. But be aware that if the victims are natives, their words will unfortunately not carry much weight here.
There were also some Nauts. Perhaps I can also convince some of the Doctor's colleagues to talk.
Their testimony will be crucial. The word of other scholars is likely to be the only thing that condemns him. That plus any material evidence you can gather.
I picked up a strange powder in the laboratory. A substance that I've not been able to identify.
You should show it to an alchemist. We need to know what it is to be able to use it.
These documents describe Dr. Asili's work, as well as the horrible experiments he was performing.
Perfect. I will read them in detail. We will no doubt find something to support my prosecution.
I have found a letter proving that Dr. Asili voluntarily transmitted the Malachor to my cousin, Constantin d'Orsay. I would like to add that I too was a victim of this poisoning.
Did the accused try to take the life of the governor of New Serene? This is an extremely serious crime.
Indeed. He saw my cousin and me as the ideal control group to prove his theories. And no humanitarian or diplomatic consideration could put a stop to his ambition.
This letter alone is crucial proof. I will put it on our file.
Do we have any chance of winning?
Yes, I am rather confident. You have provided overwhelming evidence. But if we had witnesses, we would have an even bigger chance of winning.
I will return to you soon. The Nauts should be at the port, and the islanders had to take refuge in Vigshardir. As for the scientists, they said they would go back to the governor's laboratory. I should give this powder to someone who can tell me what it is.
Question the researchers at the laboratory. But I arrested the researchers, didn't I? So how would I get them to spill the beans if they're supposedly in jail? I guess maybe they didn't? Maybe I wasn't supposed to? I don't know. We'll find out. The port at... Alright. Now we just have to convince the knots. Where are they at, though? Oh, they're fighting. What's going on over here? Oh, that's...
Is everything all right?
Once again, thanks to you. These people wanted to kill me.
They certainly wanted to prevent you from testifying at the doctor's trial.
The doctor will be judged. I suppose you'd like me to testify about how we suffered.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Indeed.
That's what testimony is.
If you do not fear another attempt on your life by these men.
Don't worry. I won't put up with intimidation. From now on, my people will watch over me until I can testify. And I intend to witness the execution of our torturer. You can count on me.
Thank you. Your word will be crucial during the trial.
Oh, getting a what the? Okay, getting attacked was sufficient motivation to get her to testify. All right, that's fine by me. I thought I was gonna have to do a charisma check or something, but nope. Okay, that was convenient. The dark powder analyzed. Okay. Could not be in here. This looks like an apothecary. Like it's gotta be in here, right? No. I see. Oh, it's over there. Is that gonna... Are they gonna yell at me for climbing this fence? No, I guess not. Governor's Research Laboratory. Is the door anything? Nope, it is.
I never thought I'd see you here again. Why are you still free?
Dr. Honor made sure that I was set free. He needed my help. What do you want?
Show her the powder found in the laboratory.
I discovered this strange powder in one of the laboratory's chests. Do you know what it is?
I did see the doctor using it once or twice, but I don't know what it is. But I can study it for you if you want. I have the tools that will allow me to do so here.
So, what is it?
It is a quintessence of black blood. Probably created using the blood of numerous patients. The doctor managed to harness the very concept of the Malachor in this powder. A single pinch ingested by someone would be enough for them to be afflicted by the disease. With the quantities that you brought me, hundreds of people could be contaminated. It's terrifying. I cannot believe Asilia would do such a thing.
What do you mean you can't believe
These
it?
are my notes. I wrote down
Yeah,
all
a
the
pit
details
of bodies
my
he was
experiments,
burning.
as well as my conclusions.
Thank you. I will relay them to the prosecutor.
Boy, he seemed like such a great doctor, having all those willing test subjects and locked up in chains and having a giant pit outside that we used to throw bodies in and dead bodies in and burn them. Oh yeah, no, he's just totally an upstanding citizen. Jeez Louise. Ask her about her work here.
What is your purpose here?
I helped Dr. Honor to understand the research of my former master. He's the one who became his successor.
I do hope that he doesn't use the same methods.
Of course not.
What about your other colleagues? What's become of them?
They felt guilty. They stopped their experiments and returned to Al-Sad.
Ask her about Dr. Asilia's current reputation? I guess so.
What do the other scholars think of Dr. Asilia, now that his actions have been revealed for all to see?
Most still admire him greatly. He was the greatest amongst us, you know? They didn't witness what was happening in the lab, and they have little interest in the natives. For them, the main problem is political, given that the war against the rebels cost us dearly. Until they understand the horrors that happened there, they will not have any moral issues.
Ask her to testify, I guess?
Are you prepared to testify against Dr. Asilia?
I would like to say no. You had me thrown in prison, and without Dr. Honor's intervention, I would still be there. But I can't stop thinking about what we did in that laboratory. I think only by testifying will I ease my conscience.
Thank you. Your story could change the outcome of this trial. I must leave you.
Yeah, I was going to
What
say.
she saw working alongside Asilia obviously upset her. She will make an excellent witness.
I'm going to say, I figured they were going to hold that against me, that I was like, no, throw her in prison. But they just kind of made it as a, yeah, we understand what you did, but we have a story to tell here. We're not going to let your choices get in the way of a good story, which I can appreciate in some cases. This is one of those cases. Talk with Afra about this ability. Yeah, well, Afra's with me. Talk to her right here.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
Talk about her master.
I would like you to tell me about Asilia.
I was expecting you to come and see me about this. What would you like to know?
She knew about the experiments.
Were you aware of Dr. Asili's experiments?
In part, yes. That's why I chose not to be his student any longer.
Why not say anything?
Because I never thought he would go so far. Over time, he became more and more cruel. I found his approach brutal. As if by meeting the natives it deprived him of all humanity. He spoke of them as test subjects, never as people. But there was a time when he was the greatest doctor and scientist in the Alliance. And I clung on to that memory.
You do know that you were captured thanks to him?
Yes, but I thought the natives wanted to trade us merely as prisoners of war. I was blind. And stupid. I regret it terribly.
Her opinion on the excesses of science?
Do you think, as your master does, that science justifies all sacrifices?
No. I may have believed that at one time, without of course ever imagining that we'd resort to such cruel treatment. But Dunkus, you and Siora have opened my eyes to the limits of science. To worship it as we do in the Alliance does not make us better than Teleme.
I ask her about the need for such a method.
In your opinion, were the horrors practiced in this laboratory necessary for his research?
No, even if he was convinced of it. General interest outweighs the suffering of a few individuals. He wanted results quickly, to the point of neglecting slower, more humane methods. I hope we'll succeed in ensuring these experiments never happen again.
And here we go. Ask her to participate in the trial.
Would you be willing to testify against Dr. Asilia during his trial?
Of course. I was going to talk to you about that. I want to convince my colleagues that we must give up these kind of methods. And even if it costs me dearly, I want my master to pay for what he did. Anything else?
That covers all the bases.
I must leave you.
Okay. Meet with the survivors in Vigo whatever. Here. But, I mean, they specifically said that the natives are not going to have a voice at the trial. So, I mean, I guess I can invite them, but they're not going to do much, right? I feel like this should have been just sort of an optional thing.
Hey! You are the Onol Menawi who freed us. We managed to reach Vikshadir.
They told me what you did for them, Renaikse. Well done. I was able to give them the care they needed. Some wounds will take time to heal, but they are safe thanks to you.
I'm happy to see that they're better.
But you didn't come here for that, did you?
No, I came to ask for your help. The doctor who captured and tortured you is about to be tried for his crimes. He has a lot of support among his people. He is a respected man despite what he did. If we don't have testimony from some of his victims, he will surely be released.
You'll have our words. We'll go to the Grand City and tell our story.
And the Mad Lion will die for causing so much harm to our people.
I wouldn't
May
go
the
that
earth
far,
engulf him.
but
You can return to Hikmet.
hopefully.
I'll make sure they get there in good health.
Thank you, Tienahak, and thank you all. I blame myself for forcing these poor people back to the city where they've suffered so much.
My people are strong and proud. They will not be afraid to speak in front of your judges for justice.
Okay. Good. And now we got to fast travel again. Back here. I assume for the trial. Justice is very speedy. Okay. Out we go. And in we go, I guess. Or we gotta talk to the... Oh, we got a question of researchers at the Hikmet Laboratory. Yeah, I see. Not quite done yet. This place is all nice and cleared out now. Nave and Dr. Honor.
Dr. Honor.
Honor.
What do you want?
How's work?
What is your role and what is your research topic?
I'm in charge of the governor's laboratories. My main research concerns the Malachor, of course. Above all, we searched for a way to reduce the suffering of the sick.
What were you looking for?
Now that we have access to my colleague Asili's work, it gives us hope of finding a cure.
So the crimes he committed while conducting his work do not concern you?
He will be judged for that. But it would be a shame for him to have done all this for nothing.
I don't know. I would consider those painted and probably not use them, honestly. But that's just me. Ask him about the reputation of Asilia.
What do you think of Dr. Asili now that you've learned how he conducted his research?
Well, obviously the few excesses he has conceded himself are unfortunate, but he remains the greatest scientist that the Alliance has ever known. His work has had a profound effect on science. It seems quite unfair to me to reduce his life's work just to what he has done lately.
If I understand correctly, you will be one of his defenders.
Naturally. I don't deny that he made a terrible mistake, but he meant well. And he was probably acting on behalf of our helplessness to combat the Malachor.
I'm sure everybody means well at some point, but if they kill a whole bunch of people, then it doesn't really matter how well they meant.
Thank you. I must leave you.
Ah. Okay. Oof. Oof. So we've questioned them. I assume we're going back to the... Oh, convince Dr. Honor to test... Well... Wait, really? We just talked to him. What do you want me to do to convince him? Twist his arm? I don't know what else we want me to do here. And no other,
Dr. Honor, what do you want?
Oh, I had to leave. I had to stop the conversation and come back into it again?
Would you agree to speak at the trial? Your influence could be crucial.
Oh, but I already intended to give a statement. His lawyer came to find me.
So you were ready to defend a man who used torture and murder to advance his research?
Indeed. Because I think the entire work of a scientist should not be judged on a single mistake. It is obvious that he should not have used such methods, but Asilia has never been very political. I doubt he understood the implications of his actions.
So you're saying the only problem in this case is political?
Essentially, yes. The war he nearly caused could have been expensive for our governor and the city, but let's not fool ourselves. No tears will be shed over the fate of a few of those bloodthirsty savages.
And what about the knots? Flatter his pride. I can't do that. Ask Afra for help.
Afra, did you have something to say to Dr. Honor?
Thank you, Desade. I feel it is my duty to warn him. You probably know that I was one of Dr. Asili's students.
Naturally. It is undoubtedly under his influence that you have developed this remarkable analytical spirit.
Perhaps. But my analytical mind also pushed me to refuse to continue working with him. I saw his madness and cruelty grow deeper, and what we discovered in this laboratory was abominable. We must condemn him, not only so he can pay for this crime, but to free science from these kinds of abject methods.
Very well. You've convinced me.
Really?
I will
Okay.
now testify for the prosecution. It is true that it's time to turn the page and leave his cruel methods behind.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Honor is an influential scholar. His testimony would convince the judges.
This is probably the first time... I'd say this is the first time that I remember in the game where the writing really fell off a cliff. Like, they were doing really, really good, and then all of a sudden this guy's like, oh yeah, you said one thing to me. I'm totally convinced now. I'm going to go speak with the other. It's like... And her argument wasn't... I guess the problem I have with that is her argument was not much more than what I said to the guy, which is like, are you sure you want to stand up for someone who's been butchering people? Right? Like, her argument was about the same, except, I mean, obviously she's a scholar, so he respects her more, but still, that's that was pretty weak right there. And that feels like they were under a time crunch and just kind of were like, screw it, just tie it up. Get it going. Tie up the loose ends in the story. Just get going. It's unfortunate because, like I said, up to this point, everything's been really solid. I mean, yeah, there is a lot of like backtracking and stuff, but it's not necessarily a story problem. That's just like a layout problem. There we go. Where the heck is this tree at? I've been here once. Now we're at.
You have returned, Your Excellency. Do you have any news on our matter?
Talk about testimonies. Not.
A Naut victim of Dr. Asilia agreed to testify at the trial.
Excellent. This kind of testimony will certainly rattle his defense.
Scholars?
I managed to convince the scientists in the governor's laboratory to speak in our favor.
Excellent. These are not direct witnesses, but if they denounce the doctor, we are sure to be heard.
I even got a testimony from one of Dr. Asili's colleagues.
Perfect. That will convince our scientists, and you know how important they are in Hikmet.
Afra?
Afra, one of Dr. Asili's former students, has agreed to testify.
Excellent. This woman is very respected by the governor. Her statement will carry a lot of weight.
And then the Islanders.
The Islanders will testify at the trial. Their injuries will surely convince the judges.
Indeed. But do bear in mind that the Islanders are not highly regarded in Hikmet.
The diseased blood concentrate?
An alchemist studied the powder that we found in the laboratory. Apparently, it's some kind of concentrate made from the blood of several patients with the Malachor. It seems that less than a pinch of this powder is enough to contaminate whoever consumes it. There's enough here to make a small town sick.
A terrifying thought. I will add the analysis and this powder to the evidence on record. You have gathered overwhelming evidence. The defense will have a hard time saving the accused. I think we can go to trial with confidence now.
All right.
Will the trial begin soon?
It seems to be the right time. Excellent investigation work. I think we have every chance of winning.
Where will the trial be held?
At the palace. I regret to inform you that you will not be able to attend. However, I'm sure the governor will keep you informed of the outcome of the proceedings.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Madame, congratulations. The trial was exemplary. Asili's madness was exposed to the entire world. And you have demonstrated the horror of his methods.
Thank you, Excellency. But all praise should be showered upon Lady de Sade. The evidence she supplied was irrefutable.
It was necessary that you hear the victims, in order to understand the extremities to which your science has taken you.
Come now. One cannot conclude that science was guilty here.
Not science, but the savants were. It is never right to set aside humanity in the name of the common good. No knowledge justifies killing or torture.
Your words are wise, and I promise to remember them.
You have not always shown yourself a man of impeccable judgment, Excellency.
We are all, from time to time, victim of our own blind enthusiasm, that is true. But this trial has shaken my usual resolve. It may very well change the course of history.
Wow, reputation +5. Okay, that more than makes up for everything. Speak to Afra?
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I must leave you.
Is there? Oh, go to the execution with Afra. Ah, I see. Oh, so they are going to which I guess makes sense. Very swift here. Gonna be hung in the town square, I guess. Or, I'm sorry, hanged in the town square? Is that what we're gonna do? Looks like. Are you here? Oh no, his head's on the chopping block.
Afra, are you certain that you want to attend this?
I do not
Hello,
want to
Kismet.
attend. I must.
Dr. Asilia, you have been found guilty of all accusations brought against you. In
It
consequence,
is pretty good. The
Bridge
story
Alliance
is
Tribunal condemns you
rather
to death.
good.
Do you have any final words?
Combat I
You
could take or
treat me
leave,
like
but
a
the story has
monster.
been really good.
But how many times have you stayed your own hands? So close to the
the
goal
artwork
to
is
finally
fantastic.
find a remedy, you would have done as I. What do a few lives mean when the future of all humanity hangs in the balance? You are nothing more than idiots, incompetents, and you, Baron, are the greatest hypocrite of all. You know that I am right.
Executioner, earn your pay.
You know that I am right.
And now you're dead. You been thinking of reinstalling and playing it while you wait for New World? I would say go for it. In fact, honestly, I like New World as well, and I'm waiting for that too. But the art style in this and the art style in New World, they both really good. Like they match well together. So of all the games, that would be the one that would really, this one would put you in the mood for that, for New World, definitely. Okay. So, oh, and that's right, we're level 35 now. They didn't give me any skill. They gave me 1 skill point here, but how many talent? What's that? 37? Oh, 37 for both of these points. Okay. I don't know what to put this random point into. There's nothing here that's... Everything's 2 points actually anyway. You're too tied up in WoW? Yeah. I still have not played WoW. I'll be honest. I don't really have a desire to play WoW either. I've played a lot of MMOs, and for some reason, just never grabbed me. Yeah, I guess I just have to wait for 2 points. I don't even know what I would get next. I mean, suppose I could do lightning dash. I guess that's the most important thing, but I'll need another point for that. Okay, that's fine. So then that was another side quest took care of. And now I'm wondering if So if I go over to San Mateus, I should probably see if the governor of San Mateus has more for me. Let's just make sure this guy doesn't have any more for me, which probably doesn't. And I'll talk to her. I'm pretty sure I've done everything over there with her, but we'll see. Does he have a... No, he just has a chat bubble, not a quest bubble. Alright. Alright, well, fast travel. Don't, it's garbage. It was good once upon a time. Yes, bust open the door like she owns the place. Exactly. I love it. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna swing wide both of these doors. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people have been saying that the latest expansion for WoW has pretty much turned them off of the game. But I mean, I kind of, you know, on the one hand, it's kind of sad, but on the other hand, I'm like, the game has been around. That game's had a good run. Like, it's been around for a long time. It was about time, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but it was probably about time that it had a little bit of a downturn. I mean, there's only so much you can do with that before it's kind of like, all right, let's, you know, maybe it's time to reinvent ourselves, you know? All you do is dungeon runs, PvP is still, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, I'm one of those guys that just kind of solos MMOs, so I don't really do very much as far as, like, PvP and all that. So I tend to just go in for the story. But I guess I'm part of the problem, because I know a lot of people love, I mean, that's all they do. MMOs for is, you know, player versus player content and all the, you know, guilds and raids and all that stuff. And none of that has ever really appealed to me. I've always been more like, I just want some story. Like, I like RPGs, and so the thing I like about RPGs is I like story, and I see things like WoW and stuff, and I'm like, well, I could probably do it for the story, but then in order to just play something like that single player, they kind of have to balance it weird where it's, you know, I'm going the completely wrong way here. I have to kind of balance it weird where you can solo it, but at the same time, that means you're going to sacrifice the multiplayer content and the team content and everything. So having said that, I like the way they've balanced it in New World. Although I've heard that the PvP in that is not the PvP, but the raid content and stuff like that is still unbalanced, which is probably why they took another month to work on it. But I do like I like that they give you sort of the option to be like, I want PvP, or I don't want it, you know, I can flag myself. Or I can just play the game without ever bothering with it, you know? Oh, you solo a lot? Need to help on a boss or something? Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it. Is like, it'd be great if you could like have a reliable sort of drop in, drop out, where it's like, I just want to do some story missions, you know, with a random person. I don't want to have to go through all like guild stuff and whatnot. Because joining a guild a lot of times is like having a second or third job. You know, it's like, oh, okay, when I get done all this stuff for the day, I gotta go and I gotta get all this stuff together, and I gotta make sure I log on so that I'm active, so that the guild doesn't kick me out because I'm not active. And like, I've got I like the game, but I don't need to be married to it. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. Started out as a survival, but people were griefing. They turn and opt in, put in more PvP. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And I like the way they've done it. I just think that there are some things you can see where they've I'm walking around in circles here. There are some things where you can see that they kind of still have the PvP helmet on, full PvP helmet on, instead of taking into account that they have some PvE stuff now. Like for instance, the timers about when you can fast travel back to your inn and stuff like that. Like, those make sense when you're flagged for PvP because it forces you to be more strategic and, you know, and it forces you to make sure you're really prepared, because you can't just fast travel back somewhere unless you've, you know, you can only do it once an hour, that kind of thing. But when you're not flagged for PvP, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like, why not just let me go back to the inn whenever I want to? Why do I have to have a cooldown on it, you know? They still have some vestiges of it that I think that hanging around that they could probably work on a little bit, smooth out. I mean, that said, I guess too, I like New World because it was I've played a bunch of Albion Online, and I've done none, like zero of the PvP in Albion Online, and just did all the like resource grinding and stuff. And it just, sometimes it's just nice to just sit there and just mine and craft and do some more crafting and just see those numbers go up, almost like the a RuneScape affliction kind of thing, where it's like all you really want to do is just kind of sit there and just, sometimes you just don't want to think about anything. You just want to grind out some resources, grind out some levels, you know, and you don't necessarily want to be in combat all the time. So nice. It's nice from that perspective. Yeah, she doesn't have any quests either. Okay, so I think, what is my reputation? Okay, so I'm just friendly with everybody, which is good. That's what I wanted. Alright, I guess the best thing to do then, I think we'll do on the High King's Trail. We have to question Wenshavahar, people in Wenshavahar. Well, they could have kept it, yeah. They could have, I agree, they could have rebalanced it, so that you know, griefing new players didn't really give you any benefit. Although, part of me feels like people would still engage in it just because they like, you know, giving other people a hard time. Even if they didn't have any real rewards for it. Because the hard part about that is, if you really want to stop the griefing, you kind of have to also sort of penalize them for it. So, and that's the hard part, is like, how do you not make the rewards good and also penalize someone for it? It's almost like you gotta go negative, sort of, in order to discourage it. Oh yeah, no, I get it. Like the old school games. I mean, that's why I never played Ultima Online. or EverQuest or any of those. I just never, I've never been competitive, I guess. I've always, the way I've always looked at it, and maybe competitive is not the right word to use, but I've always looked at it as I have, especially nowadays, I have limited time. And so I kind of want to just, when I drop into a game, I kind of want to, even if it's only for a half an hour that I'm playing, I want to make some kind of progress. And it feels like a lot of times when you're in a PvP game, you kind of have to accept that you're going to make no progress at all, because you're going to, you might walk out of a village and just get rolled on, you know what I mean? Like, as you said. And some people really enjoy that, and I don't know, I'm always on the fence about that. I'm like, sometimes I'm okay with it. A lot of times I'm just kind of not. But like, I just want to go be solo and not, you know, I want to get something accomplished. You know, because in my case, it might have been a day where I've got nothing accomplished at work, and I want to get something accomplished outside of work, that kind of thing. You know, it's like a weird psychological thing at times with me. But to each their own. I know that there's a lot of people who really enjoyed it. I mean, let me ask you, do you enjoy like Souls-like games too? Like Dark Souls and stuff, where you're expected to you're expected to struggle for quite a while. For me, I've always been kind of turned off by those. Oh, you love Dark Souls? Yeah, I kind of figured that, because a lot of people that I've talked with, you beat all three of them. Okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people I've talked with who like the PvP stuff tend to gravitate towards Souls-likes and stuff like that. And I've always been on the fence with it. Like I play games for the power fantasy sometimes. Oh, you have okay, there you go. 20 button mouse because you're paralyzed on the left side. Okay. That's impressive to me, because I don't have that problem, and I could not fathom doing well in any of those games. I don't do well in any of those games. The closest I've gotten, I played what was the name of that? The Surge? I think, is that the name of it? I think that was the name of it. I played that for maybe an hour, and I got, not only did I not make any progress, I got so frustrated by it that I never went back to it. Because, you know, it was sci-fi, and I like sci-fi games, but like, it was roguelike, or I'm sorry, Souls-like. I was like, not happening. Not happening. But that's, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's, I guess, where that's where I differ. That's why I guess that explains why I'm not as big into maybe the PvP stuff, is that I'm not ashamed to occasionally play a game on easy. You know, like I don't necessarily like games that require me to get good. And PvP games tend to require you. It tends to be a requirement that you actually get good at the game. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Patience. For some reason, I don't have the patience necessary to Well, and not only do I not have the patience, I don't have the memory that a lot of those games require. Like, people who... It's almost like I love racing games, but I'm terrible at them because I can't remember the course. Right? Like, I can run the same course 20 times in a game and I'll still forget, oh yeah, there's a turn coming up, and I'll still, you know, botch the turn. And it's like, for a lot of those Souls-likes, it's like, you gotta remember, okay, here's phase 1, here's how phase 1 works. And now, oh, okay, every time he does this next move. And I can never, for the life of me, remember those moves. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain just doesn't work that way. And maybe that's also why I don't necessarily enjoy them that much. Although, like I said, I enjoy racing games. It's just I'm absolutely horrendously bad at them. Ooh, there's some loot over here. What is this? What is this? They're hiding chests on me. That is a no-no. Alright, question the High King's loved ones in here. Save.
But dear Tomas, it is rare to see Renaikse here. Is there something I can do for you?
What's TBI? I don't know what the acronym is. Who's close to the High King? Here we go.
I'm looking for High King Vinbar. I know that he disappeared after having visited
okay.
the heart of the island.
Thank you.
But someone here in his village might know where he went after that.
If anyone knows, it would be Sarah. But you will not find her here. Anything else?
Where's Sarah
Would you
at?
know where I could find Sarah?
She left to follow Vimbar. She wanted the mountains to take her as well.
What do you mean?
I don't know if Renaikse could understand. Our High King is on Olmenawi, and the Donegad. His bond with the mountain is very strong. Even stronger now that he speaks with the Enolmil Frichtimen.
Do you mean to say that he is becoming one of those giant creatures? This phenomenon is truly incredible. I would so like to understand how it works.
Sarah knew that the mountain would take him back, and she wanted the mountain to take her as well. She went to attempt to bond herself to it. She sought the Cavern of Knowledge. We haven't seen her since.
We've been in the Cavern of Knowledge, haven't we?
Anything else?
I think. Where is the Cavern of Knowledge? I'm pretty sure we've been there already.
Where is this Cavern of Knowledge located?
We don't know. The Caverns of Knowledge are the concern of the Donegada. Anything else?
Hey.
Thank you for your help.
Wa aulemsek.
Well, I mean, I guess we can ask, Siora here.
Karantz, I'm glad we managed to save Lady Morange. Considering she's a Renaigse, she's rather wise, and at least she does not despise us.
Oof. That's rough. That's rough, Kismet. Oof.
But your politics on the continent are very complicated. Anything else?
Wait, did I did I not talk to her? Why is she so certain this questionnaire for mine? No, that was it.
I must leave you. See you later.
Yeah, it's rough. That is really rough. I'm glad that you're doing well and all that stuff. That's oof. I cannot imagine I don't really want to imagine, to be honest. Just one of those things, man. Like every time I get into a car or anything, that's like the first thing on my mind is like, let's hope I don't run into a patch of black ice or any number of things. So questioning her loved ones, but is there more that I have to talk to her about? Because
Is there something I can do for you?
High King?
You must know the High King, Vinbar. What can you tell me about him?
He was one of the greatest Donegada, wise amongst the wise. But the arrival of the Renaigse troubled him. He was afraid that you would be like the people of the sea. He traveled the island far and wide, saw the other kings and queens, and consulted the other Donegada. And then he spent more and more time speaking with En on Milfrichtimen. He moved away from us until we hardly saw him at all. Anything else?
Okay. No, I stream a lot of different stuff. I stream, so, I try to stream a variety of things. What I do is I've made it so that I try to do like 3 or 4 different things a week. Depending on what I'm feeling like. So, Tuesdays and Wednesdays I usually do one game, and then Thursday and Friday I do a second game, and then Saturday I do like an MMO, and then Sunday I do an MMO or a multiplayer game, whatever comes first. Whichever I'm feeling like. This week is a little weird because I don't want to start something because I have Encased RPG is coming out on the 7th, next Tuesday. So I'm going to have to rearrange the schedule a little bit because I want to play that as soon as it comes out. Because I played a little bit of it in early access. So basically tomorrow and Friday I'm just kind of playing whatever I feel like. Just one-offs. And then Encased Sci-Fi RPG is the name of it. That comes out on the 7th. Is next Tuesday if I looked at the calendar correctly. Yes, it's on Steam. I think it's also on GOG as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's on Steam. It's been in early access for, I want to say like 2 years or something. What do I have to talk to here? Oh, here. Well, that one I've talked to, right? Oh, here we go. This one behind me. I'm like walking around like, who else is around here? Ah, here we go. Yeah, I've been waiting for that one for a while. It looks pretty good. It's like an old school. It's a modern take on an old school CRPG.
But I do not speak your language.
Yes, that one. In case the sci-fi post-apocalyptic RPG. Yep, that is it.
I have never met one. Might I do something for you?
And it's got like they've been slowly building it out to where you basically can make. They had a. Yeah, it is a long ass name. It is. They wanted to make sure that you could find it in Google, I guess. Ask about those close to the High King.
I am looking to find Vinbar, the High King of Tirfredi, and I was told that he was born in this village. He disappeared after visiting the heart of the island. But I was hoping someone here might know where he is hiding.
You should speak with Sarah. She is the companion of our king.
Where might I find her?
I do not know. She left the village and I have not seen her in several days. Anything else?
Cavern of Knowledge?
I heard talk about a Cavern of Knowledge.
It is a place where the Donegada go, within the earth. They hear the voices of those that went before them, and they learn. There are some on Tiafradi. The closest to our village is found to the northeast of here, but the entrance is sealed, hidden. It is a sacred place, a place for only the Donegada. Anything else?
That's it.
Goodbye.
What awalem seg?
What weapon? I think so. Siora is using, I believe she's using a, she's got a scimitar. My character's got the Divine Ring, so I did like a magic build, and this axe that I have had since the very beginning of the game, and I've not been able to find another one that we can use. And then Afra is, oh yeah, she's our shotgunner, basically. Oh, she got, does this other thing work for her? Yeah, why would I have mana regen on her? She doesn't even use mana. Put healing on her. I gotta craft a gem for her socket too there, but do that. It was the Cave of Knowledge. Okay. So he told us where the Cave of Knowledge is. Yeah, they are really good. It took forever and a day for my character to finally get to a point where I could, like, I was putting enough damage downrange to make the battles less frustrating. I think the only thing about this game that I have not really enjoyed that much is the combat. Not too bad now because I'm basically owning people left and right and center. But earlier it was really driving me nutso. Okay. I've not been into this. Oh, there's a skill altar up there. That would be nice to go to. Okay, yeah, I have not been here before. I was wondering why this camp was still here, because I thought I'd gone around and got all of them, so this is a brand new area. But to finish the thought I had earlier about Encased RPG, one of the things I like about it, they had a recent video on it where it's like you can pretty much make whatever kind of choices you want to make. You want to kill every enemy, like every faction. You can basically destroy entire factions if you want to. I mean, it'll take forever. You can do it. And all kinds of stuff. So I'm hoping it worked out good. I played a little bit of it. It was fine, but if they were going for the old school CRPG stuff, it does. It takes more thought than I was willing to put in at the time as far as like what skills to use and everything. And there was a lot of, I think there's a lot of reading. I don't think they have everything, at least when I played it, they didn't have everything voice acted. So. Alright. Another enemy over there that I just saw. No, but I think that's the way I gotta go. Or is it this way I gotta go? I'm gonna find this skill altar. is back here. Aha! Fuel altar. There we go. Alright, so then... What did I say I was going to get? I guess I'll get Lightning Dash. Sure. Why not? So we got that. And then this just leads us up to this travel door, and then there's more stuff over here. So this is the way we got to go, this way. Cavern of Knowledge. I'm going to go to the right here. Much as I want to see what's up there. Actually, you know, I could go up there till where it says the travel and then see if there's enemies up here. Yeah, I figured they would put something here. Yeah, you just spam magic missile here and we're all good. There we go. Okay, thanks for hanging out, Kismet. I appreciate it, and have a good night. I'm actually getting ready to pack it up anyway, because normally 11:30 my time is when I call it. But I just wanted to do a little exploration here. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the follow, and thanks for the chat. I appreciate it. Does all go the same way? Oh, hello here. Level 1 vigor. Where will you lead me to? A chest, perhaps? There's one. 11 gold coins and a major health potion. Oh, we got another level 2 vigor now. Maybe they're gonna give me a level 3? Oh, and a chest. With nothing really good in it. A chest with crap in it. Great. There's an orange thing here. Message from a member of Professor Saradefin's expedition. These creatures are horrifying. As my comrade and I were trying to climb a wall, one of these large winged beasts attacked us. It was wielding an enormous sword and used it to cut the rope which my companion was holding. Perhaps I could have prevented this if I had a weapon. But all I could do was watch my friend fall, powerless. Cursed be this expedition. I would definitely say your expedition is cursed. That's the proper assessment. Anything else around here, though? Is this? Yeah, it all leads to the same thing. I think we're good there. Oh, is that texture just really low res? Oh yeah, it was. Wow. I think they had the level of detail set wrong on that little texture there. Now which way? This way, it looks like. Yes, and hug the left here. There we go. with some feathers. And we got some more creatures to bash and fight. Okay. Any some iron here. Any other secrets? 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 No. Oh, yeah. Battles to be fought. Okay. Rolling on through. Up we go. Get this waterfall. Holy crap, man. Waterfall is fantastic. Jeez Louise. It feels so good to be able to pretty much get everywhere in the game here. Now I've got Vigor 3. Here's another campfire. Excellent timing. Excellent timing. What's the, was that a fox just in the road there? I mean, we might as well go try and meet Sarah here because we're on the way. There is a fox in the road.
Speak, savage! What stops your tongue? You think someone's coming to save you? Give in! Your life is in our hands.
Uh-oh.
It is time to tell
Doesn't
us
sound good.
all you know. The sooner you speak, the sooner this will be over.
Get down there to help her.
We should be discreet if we want to eavesdrop on these people.
She's been enduring this punishment for hours, blow upon blow through gritted teeth.
Truly savage beast we have here. Do we even know if it speaks our language?
Leave us. You will eventually tell us how you found your way into that grotto. Your defiance is only prolonging the inevitable. You remind me of that rat my master was studying. The creature used all of its fire in an effort to escape. Scratching, twisting, refusing to understand that the cage holding it was its only remaining world. It had everything it could ever need, but it wouldn't stop looking for a way out.
She is
Even though
mad.
its fate was now sealed to serve science. Its animal instinct drove it to flee. It had strangled itself between the bars of its own cage in a final futile attempt to escape. It was an enormous beast and very clever. If it had simply relented, it could have lived peacefully for many years. Instead of that,
These monsters are torturing her. Come, we must set her free.
We may be able to reason with them. I could try.
Put me back here then? Wait, how do I get down there? How do I... Yeah, I gotta go this way, right? They put me all the way back up where I was when I first heard the things going on. Not where they are. Back up this way again. There was another person patrolling here. I'm curious about. Another person down there. I wonder if this leads me around like a back way here. Okay. This looks like it's some sort of back way into helping her. Yeah. Looks that way.
Halt! Who goes there? But I recognize this face. Lady de Sade, what a pleasure to see you again. What good wind brings you?
These people are monsters. They just tortured a woman, and then they say hello, as if it were nothing.
I'm sure that they will explain what pushes them to treat her this way.
Believe me, we would never have reached such extremities if she had told us what we wanted. You see, we have been studying these beings that show, like you, such strange markings on their bodies. We call them metamorphs, but the natives call them Onol-Manawi. And we seek to learn through what process they metamorphosize. We heard talk of a Cavern of Knowledge. The savages hide all of their knowledge within them. And certainly all the secrets that interest us. We discovered one here, but are unable to enter. This woman, she knows how to enter. But as you have witnessed, she refuses to tell us how. To know we are so close to understanding such a fascinating phenomenon. And to be able to do nothing. Let's just say it has made us aggressive.
It's extremely regrettable. Free her. We would like to have a word with her.
She won't tell you anything. Let us handle this. She will give in at some point.
Remind them of their rescue.
Have you already forgotten all that you owe me? Without me, you would all be locked away in Duren's jails, or likely even dead. I took you for sages, doctors. But you are nothing more than a gang of skin flayers. You have made me regret my actions.
It is true that we indeed owe you our lives, but... all this knowledge, ripe for the picking.
No knowledge justifies treating anyone this way.
Ugh, free her now! We shall leave. Nothing more holds us here.
That was easy. Not now that we have like intuition and stuff. That's good. So I did kill a few of her people. Oops. Also, did this path lead up to that? Oh yeah. Okay. So this was. So if you had gone through here, I could have snuck around all of them and just went down this way like this. Not killing anybody. Oh well. Oh, to the well.
How are you feeling?
Better now. Those Renaigse are absolute monsters. But who are you? You too are a Renaigse. Why have you freed me?
We were told at Wenshavar that you and you alone could tell us where to find High King Vinbar.
I wish I knew where he was right now. He bid me farewell weeks ago and he has not returned. I waited a long time and then I came here. To enter into the Cavern of Knowledge.
You believe that this is where he is hiding?
No. But he came here often before he disappeared. I'm hoping to find answers. You saved me. And so I must help you as well. You may come with me. The Cave of Knowledge is a bit further north.
Okay. Is going to require another seed or... There, I assume she's got one. Oh, so we're gonna... Oh, I see what's gonna happen. So we're gonna walk by here. Oh, no, we're going a different way. Okay. I was gonna say, we're gonna walk by here where those other people were that I took out, but I guess not. I took them out needlessly. Oopsie. Big oopsie. Was kind of satisfying now. Not gonna lie. Do a little stabby stab. Okay. Let's see where the path is leading.
Here is the entrance to the Cavern of Knowledge. I hope that Vinbar has left a clue to where he went. Something I could track.
Is it your wish to join him?
He is my Manundanem. That means the one who shares my mind in your language. We must be reunited.
I understand. But why protect the entrance to the cavern at the risk of your own life?
The Caverns of Knowledge are truly sacred places. Only the Doneigada have the right to enter.
But you are not a Doneigad. Is that right?
I am not. But I must enter in spite of everything. And since you have helped me, you may enter as well. Even if I am not sure I can trust you. Because you spared these people. Remind yourself that this honor is immense and show respect. I implore you.
Put your fears to rest. We have not come to defile this sacred place. How do we enter?
Allow me. I have seen Vinbar make these movements so many times.
Or to cave 04. Alright. It was Cave of Knowledge. Do another F5 here.
The paint of this fresco is still fresh. It must have been painted recently. It's of a crowned man. Vinbar, no doubt. It looks as if he is walking through the skies towards the volcano. A face has been painted on the volcano.
The spirit of the mountain. My heart did not betray me. Vinbar has readied himself to join Enon Milfrichtemen.
Was that why you came in here? To confirm that supposition?
To understand, yes. As the years passed, my Minundanem grew more and more distant to me. I thought at first it was due to his status and the invasion of the Renaigse. But now I see that he was hearing the call of Enon Milfrichtemen. He had no choice but to answer it. Oh, Vinbar, why did you not share this with me?
Okay. Go climb. Nothing that way. Looking at cave paintings.
These paintings are older. This looks like it represents a man who transforms himself into some kind of enormous bird.
He is a Denegad, becoming a Nadaig Meneman. Vinbar was also bound to the mountain. It is no doubt the path he has chosen to follow.
If I understand correctly, the Donegada metamorph differently according to the place they are bound.
Yes. The Sinolmenawi bind them to a specific place, and in return they become the Guardians. But how could a Guardian of the Plains resemble a Guardian of the Mountains?
Do you believe that Vinbar is readying himself to undergo this transformation? I thought it was a very slow process.
For some, it takes years. At least this is what is said. For others, it might take place the very moment where the Donegad surrenders to Enol Milfrichtemen. I hope only to have the time to bid him farewell.
Okay. Either the mountain gate, alchemical preparation of elemental damage.
Given how well hidden this seed was, it must open an important passage. All we have to do is find out which.
Given how well hidden it was literally right in front of our face. With a big exclamation point above it.
This mural is also ancient. It seems to show a doorway into the mountain. It seems that this door is just in front of a circle of stone. There are 2 altars and 2 seeds.
The Donegada seal certain sacred places with root doors.
Yes, I have run into similar barriers. It's all a matter of finding the right seed. But here, there are 2 that seem to be different. For one, the flower motifs seem to indicate which plant is required.
This is possible. The Caverns of Knowledge are used to initiate and transmit the knowledge of the Donegada. This painting must teach the younger how to reach the sacred place, where they will bind themselves.
In that case, shouldn't there be an illustration of the second plant?
The initiates also learn by listening to their masters.
Okay.
On this one we see a sacred site with raised stones. And behind the face of the volcano, we also see a path that leads there. Like some sort of schematic.
This must certainly be the path the young apprentices must walk. And the Donegada that are prepared to surrender themselves To Enolmir Frichtmen.
Do you recognize the place where the entrance can be found?
I think so. It looks like the grotto that lies to the northwest of our village.
With all that we have learned from studying these paintings, we should be able to find Vinbar. I just hope there is still enough of him left to answer us.
What do you hope to ask of him?
We hope that he will agree to take us into the sanctuary of Dorhad Genadu.
What do you hope to ask of him? Why would the Renaik say? It matter not. My head spins. I will wait for you outside.
Please, go ahead. We will join you shortly.
Am I the only one to think this woman's departure is suspicious?
Yep. Sarah is upset, and I don't think that she trusts us. We should hurry and catch up to her.
Gonna lock us in.
This door is locked. Sarah has put us in a very tricky situation.
We should have noticed that she did not trust us. Well, let's search. There must be another exit to this cave.
Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a bug in the scripting there, where it was like there must have been another thing I could have said to her, and then it was they just combined the two. This is how we got up, right? Or is that how we go down? What is over here? That's the way we're supposed to go. Okay. Seems like anyway. Find the passage in the mountain. Okay. Well, where are we at here? Cave of Knowledge. Can't. And there's still a section down here we haven't gone to. Oh, so this was that door. Okay. This was the door that we saw earlier when I walked up this way. So let me get down to the campfire here. And actually I could just fast travel to the other one, because why not? Yeah, this is the way to go, right?
These traps weren't here when we went through with Sarah earlier.
She must have set them to make sure that we wouldn't be able to follow her.
Let's hurry and find this passage to the northern mountain before she decides to come and fight us directly.
Go. Use these since we can. In case I happen to run back through here at some point. Yeah, also it's giving me potions of damage and stuff. This back to the place, right? Where is our... This way. Oh no, that's where we found her. Also, there's apparently something down there to collect that I didn't collect. Oh yeah, there's a couple things. Oh, they're all dead now. She went back and got her revenge on them. Well, that was a thing. Go travel down here. 220 that way. We're close to where we need to be. And I'm going to save it right there, my friends. And we're going to have to call it at that point, because it is quite late. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching. For those who will be watching the YouTube video, the videos on the YouTubes and things, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Rose on stream, thanks for hanging out and keeping me company and all of those things. I will be back tomorrow night. Same bad time, same bad channel. With something. Probably Grounded. Probably be playing Grounded just to see what it's like. And then Friday, it'll be another toss-up day. We'll see. I'll pick something to play. I don't know what yet. And then Saturday and Sunday will be our multiplayer / MMO weekend. I'm thinking, well, obviously there's going to be some DC Universe Online. Because definitely want to do that. And I was thinking of revisiting, or at least trying, Star Citizen again. Even though I did not have really any success with it first time around, I'm going to try it again and see. I think the latest patch is out now. But maybe I can actually, you know, travel in the game and actually do some missions. So we'll see. I'm going to try. We'll give it another good old academic try and see what happens. And then next week, I think the schedule is going to be different. Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be Encased RPG. And Thursday and Friday will be GreedFall until we finish GreedFall. So that is the story as I know it right now, my friends. Also, I'll be back to streaming on Twitch for the rest of the week, obviously. In addition to all the other things, it's just tonight I did not stream to Twitch in observation of the a day off Twitch hashtag, and not showing solidarity towards those who are the subject of hate raids and stuff on that platform. I'm not really a fan of the Twitch platform to begin with, and it's particularly bonkers right now. So that is where we're at. But I will be restreaming back on there tomorrow and for the rest of the time, for all I know. So yeah, that is everything as I know it right now, my friends. Thank you again so much, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.